Hello, Ali Duzette here. It is day 8 of the Scorpio Taurus eclipse portal. Everybody's energy fields are unzipped at this time. Everybody is receiving major downloads on everything to do with the Scorpio Taurus axis. Of course, a lot has to do with whatever's in your natal chart. Everybody is born with their own natal chart, and that chart tells you a lot about your life, obviously, and the things that are unique to you. So whatever is going on right now during this portal is going to be unique to you based on, whatever your natal chart says about you. But even so, everyone is dealing with the Scorpio and Taurus issues, which deal with resources, money, stuff. And today we're talking about self-reliance because that's one major message of this axis. Scorpio deals with other people's resources and Taurus deals with our resources. And right now the North Node is in Taurus, and we have this big invitation to ask ourselves, what is mine and what is yours? Where am I relying on myself and where am I relying on others? So today we have some journaling prompts. So I invite you to pause this video and write these down and just write whatever comes into your mind about these prompts. The questions are, where am I self-reliant? Where am I not self-reliant? And what do I need to do to become more self-reliant in an appropriate way? And I just want to mention, of course, that there are inappropriate forms of self-reliance and appropriate forms. And tomorrow we're going to talk about interdependence because that's also important and also part of this axis. Because the South Node is in Scorpio and the North Node is in Taurus, to me that is saying that one of our jobs is to become more self-reliant, like on the seesaw of interdependence versus self-reliance, the balance that we're invited to seek is weighted towards self-reliance at this time on a global level. But that doesn't negate the need for others and the fact that no man is an island. Okay, before we get into this tapping, I want to mention that self-reliance can be a really trigger topic, especially for, I have a lot of clients that have a lot of medical problems, right? That's why they come to me, because I'm a medical intuitive, in addition to being an astrologer. But what happens when we have a lot of medical issues is a lot of times we can't be self-reliant. Like, sorry, having extreme chronic pain makes it so that being self-reliant can be almost impossible. There's many chronic health conditions or acute health conditions that make it so, no, like you can't take care of yourself. You can't earn all the money that you need to survive. Like there are these situations that show up that make it so that self-reliance in a traditional way can feel impossible. And I want to acknowledge that. And I want to acknowledge that there's lots of ways to be self-reliant, right? It's not just about money. It's not just about like if you have your food storage in order, or if you have a good job, or if you're living off the grid, or if you're a homesteader. There's so much more to it. Taurus deals with our foundations. And as I'm talking about this, the story that comes into my mind is the story of the 10 virgins from the Holy Bible, where you have these 10 virgins and 5 are wise and 5 are foolish. And the 5 foolish ones don't bring any oil for their lamps. And when they run out, then they want the wise virgins to share their oil. And the wise virgins just say, we can't do that, because if we share with you, there won't be enough for us. We need to focus on ourselves. And that, what a perfect story, I think, for this situation and for what we're working with today. Because in a religious setting, for me, going to church all my life, I was always taught, and the discussions about this are always about spiritual self-reliance. You can't rely on the faith of other people. You need to develop your own faith. And what more self-reliance can there possibly be than with faith, when our thoughts and sorry, that's my baby. Our thoughts and our experience of the world is so colored by our faith and our beliefs and how we view the world. Having a solid faith, and I don't even necessarily mean like religious faith or a particular religious faith, but just that having having our mindsets in the right place, like that is how to be self-reliant. When we can fully trust that God and the universe are going to take care of us, that is the most self-reliant we can ever be, because an earthquake can happen and swallow up all your food storage. You can lose your job tomorrow. Like anything can happen at any time. You can get into a car accident, and guess what? You can't predict life, but what you can predict is that if you have true faith in the divine to take care of you at any time, you are going to be taken care of. The end. So when we're talking about self-reliance, I just want to be clear. Spiritual self-reliance is the number one goal to me. Okay. And I do believe that anybody can be spiritually self-reliant. It does take work. It takes some effort. And that's why you're here. So 10 points for you. You're doing it. You're doing the stuff. At least in part, you're at least taking one step, and that is so great. And I just had another thought come into my head about this: self-reliance. Oh, and boundaries. I'm crazy for boundaries. I know a lot of you know that I have my book on Amazon about boundaries. If you go look me up on there, it's, I think, a great book and very life-changing. But boundaries are one way to be self-reliant. It's on the same axis, right? This idea that you can experience your life regardless of what is happening with other people. And one thing that's coming into my mind as I talk about that is I get a lot of messages from parents who have kids that are pretty messed up, especially adult kids in rehab. And I always just tell them, I'm sorry, I can't work on your kid in rehab. You need to work on yourself. We need to set our own boundaries and allow our children to live the life that they came here to live, even if it makes us really sad and breaks our hearts. We need to find peace with it. And in parenting, that's true. In friendship, that's true. As a child of parents, that's true. We all have this choice and this chance on this earth to develop our own solid boundaries so that we can experience our life experience and allow the people around us to experience their experience too, even if we disagree with it. And that is self-reliance too. So I just wanted to add in those perspectives on self-reliance. And now let us tap. Go ahead and tap, tap, tap on your forehead or your collarbone. And we're going to say all of these scripts 3 times in a row. Okay. I can receive everything I need to be self-reliant, even if I didn't earn it yet. I can receive everything I need to be self-reliant, even if I didn't earn it yet. I can receive everything I need to be self-reliant, even if I didn't earn it yet. It can be safe for me to receive personal divine direction on where to focus my self-reliance efforts. It can be safe for me to receive personal divine direction on where to focus my self-reliance efforts. It can be safe for me to receive personal divine direction on where to focus my self-reliance efforts. I know how to forgive myself for not being as self-reliant as I would like. I know how to forgive myself for not being as self-reliant as I would like. I know how to forgive myself for not being as self-reliant as I would like. I can love myself and accept myself as I am at the self-reliance level I am currently at. I can love myself and accept myself as I am at the self-reliance level I am currently at. I can love and accept myself as I am at the self-reliance level I am currently at. My worth is not connected to my level of self-reliance. My worth is not connected to my level of self-reliance. My worth is not connected to my level of self-reliance. There are lots of ways to be self-reliant, and there is a time and place for interdependence as well. No man is an island, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow. This axis of Scorpio and Taurus invites us to find a balance between reliance on self and reliance on others, and it invites us to take baby steps towards that self-reliance in a healthy way. So thank you for being here. Of course, like and subscribe. Come hang out with me on Facebook if you want. My amazing Facebook group, Intuitive Healing with Ali Doucette, has literally thousands of members. It's super active. It's so fun. We talk about everything cool. So come and hang out, and I'll see you tomorrow.